Hey basketball fans, welcome back to Basketball Convos. It's day 28 of our NBA 2024 offseason recap, and today we're talking about the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets wrapped up the 23-24 campaign with a 41-41 record, finishing 11th in the West. They improved gradually late in the season, riding an 11-game winning streak in March, but ended up still a few games behind the 10 spots in the competitive West. The Rockets showed flashes of potential with their young core of players, including Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun, but they couldn't quite put it all together for a playoff push. The biggest challenge was finding consistency throughout the season, and the team often struggled with defensive lapses and consistent style of play. However, the good news is that the Rockets have taken strides in developing their young talent, and with the additions they made this offseason, they're setting themselves up for a more promising future. Houston came into this offseason with a mindset of building from within. They did not push for any major free agent acquisition nor any blockbuster trade. The Rockets picked up A.J. Griffin Jr. from the Hawks and also re-signed Aaron Holiday to a 2-year, $10 million deal. These moves provided the young Rockets with more depth on the guard and wing position. Griffin, who saw his minutes decline with the Hawks last season, would hope to again compete for minutes with all the wing players ahead of him. Holiday would continue to give the Rockets an insurance at the point guard spot, providing his energy and defense whenever needed. With their records last season, their odds for the top 3 pick was actually thin. But they were lucky enough to land a 3rd pick, ended up selecting Reed Sheppard from Kentucky. Sheppard is an incredibly talented guard with playmaking ability, high basketball IQ, and a knack for big moments. He also showed in the Summer League his great scoring ability and maturity. His development will be something to watch closely as the season progresses. But don't be surprised he eventually earned himself key rotational minutes going forward. The Rockets also added several players with Exhibit 10s and two-ways, but it would be surprising to see them overtaking any players from the regular roster. On the flip side, the Rockets said goodbye to some familiar faces. Reggie Bullock and Boban Marjanovic were not re-signed as of today. Considering their lack of playing time last season, the Rockets might not have missed much by letting them go. The Rockets' starting lineup is packed with all the talents. At point guard, Fred VanVleet will continue to lead the way with his veteran experience and playmaking. The former All-Star would again be the stable force of the team. Next to him is the explosive Jalen Green at shooting guard, a player who has shown immense scoring potential and is poised to take another leap this season. He has shown late last season that he could score at will and still be consistent in a longer span. It would be worth to keep track on his ongoing development. Dillon Brooks, known for his tough defense and physical play, slots in at small forward, bringing a much-needed edge to the Rockets' perimeter defense. At power forward, Jabari Smith Jr. will continue to develop into the versatile player the Rockets envision him to be, especially after showing flashes of brilliance in his second season. Anchoring the center position is Alperen Sengun, a crafty big man who can pass, score, and rebound effectively. His exponential improvement last year had made himself very important for this Houston Rockets team, and would definitely land himself a huge contract after next season. Coming off the bench, we've got some intriguing pieces. Aaron Holiday will back up VanVleet, providing solid minutes at point guard, while Reed Sheppard, the rookie, adds depth to the backcourt. But once again, don't be surprised if Sheppard took most of the backup guard minutes eventually. On the wings, we've got young guns like Cam Whitmore and Tari Eason, both of whom bring versatility and athleticism. Whitmore's ability to score in transition and Eason's tenacity on defense will make them key contributors off the bench. And don't forget Jae'Sean Tate and Armin Thompson, who provided lots of spark defensively. The wing position is stacked for the Rockets, and it would be a headache to decide on who gets more minutes. Jock Landale will back up Sengun at center. His ability to rebound and stretch the floor would be important. The question is, how does Steven Adams fit into the rotation? With Sengun and Landale already occupying the center spot, do the Rockets really need Adams? He could provide toughness and experience, but is he the right piece, or is he just a trading asset? The Rockets have a deep roster with lots of potential, but the real challenge will be how coach Ime Udoka manages all these young talent and their minutes. There would be a lot of development work to be done by the Rockets. Aside from Van Vliet and Brooks, all majority of their rotational players are still in their rookie contracts. There would be a lot of excitement and anticipation for the Houston Rockets going forward. What can we expect from the Rockets next season? Considering how good the West would be if injuries aren't a part of the season, it would hard to think the Rockets being competitive enough to beat some of the Western teams. I could see them earning 35 wins next season and continue to be out of the playoff picture. The more important parts for next season would be continual development and decide who's the top players going forward for each position. Out of the starting five, currently I would say only Smith and Şengün are no-brainers. But for the other spots, there might be some changes moving forward. And that's all for day 28 of our off-season recap. Are you excited about the future of the Rockets? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This is Basketball Convos. Bye for now.